How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the next League of Legends support video where we're playing Soraka and we are trying to counter and invade, but it looks like we're the ones invading this time. Are we gonna succeed? I mean, they're already so far back. There's no point, right? Pantheon wasn't close enough, and I didn't think it would be worth him burning a flash for it. Let's take a look at our runes before we continue. We are building with the runes of Guardian, Font of Life, Second Wind, Revitalize, Nimbus Cloak, and Celerity. This is, I gotta say, I am using this Lumina build more and more often. It is a lot of fun because there is so much outplay you can do just by moving faster. I always like to say, too, that movement speed is the most broken stat in the game. Excuse any barking if you guys hear any. Zara is growling at roommate again, and probably gonna bark. But if you can just outrun your enemies, they're gonna have a hard time chasing you and have a hard time stopping your healing. The reason why I picked it up for this match instead of getting like my normal mana flow and transcendence is because I don't really feel like poking these guys, and I need to kind of keep up my movement speed against their assassins and their burst. So they have a Zed and an Echo, and Leona and Nasus are pretty good at locking me down. Looks like we can pinch this Leona here. Ezreal's level 2. I can kind of walk up here. I'm gonna stop the... I can't stop anything here because Ezreal is level 2. I don't even have my heal as yet. But we made it. We made a 3-for-1 here. So that was good here because we were able to walk across the river and get our Nimbus cloak movement speed to catch up even better to the invade. So it worked. It worked. Movement speed, like I said, is a broken stat. I'm glad that we were able to take advantage of it there. Now we're level 2. We have more CS in the Ezreal. He's being denied a lot of CS because his wave is so huge against ours. It's pretty much almost a game over at this point. So we can just bully them out of lane, make sure that they have a hard time walking in. We'll put a ward down deep in here so that we can even see if they're going to step up. Okay. We can just... have our Sivir get another kill. As long as you just walk back through the minions and just get out. That's another... What is happening? That's another kill for us. I don't know why they would go in when you're only level 1, Leona. Like, you can't continue with your stuns. Honestly, I kind of want to play more Leona at some point. Learn her. But anyway, like, that was just ridiculous. And we were able to get 235. Now, we're probably going to die here, but Sivir should be able to get some kills. She's level 4 to Ezreal's level 2, so if she just... She's trying to lower her attack. Attack cooldown, I guess, by being more in melee range. But this is stupid. It's already a 5-0 for Sivir. I'm going to run towards mid to help out Pantheon health-wise. Let's see. Now, is he going to be fine? I can utilize my passive if he meets me, and I don't think I'm seen here. I can't reach. I didn't mean to use that. Let me heal you with a second W. We got Zed's Ignite off of my roam. We don't even have boots. Sivir looks like she's getting pressured. I'm going to walk down here. Echo's farming the jungle, so Pantheon's not at risk. he is pulling a risky move by being present still. They can't kill me here. As long as Ezreal doesn't get his Q off. Wow. What is happening? I don't, like, I've had so many, like, games today that were just, like, big struggles. And now they're, like, now I'm getting this one. That is just a stomp and I can't, like, get a clear video. Like, I was gonna talk about the differences between gold and platinum and diamond. Like, not specifics in them, but, like, what I see since I've been playing in those elos. But now I don't even feel like I can because, like, this feels like a gold game. Like, they're trying to push, like, heavy advantage because they would have Leona, like, engaging on a Sivir. But we're already just beating them because we're just, like, out-sustaining. Like, one simple move can make or break a lane, which is, are we going to continue fighting, or are we just going to back off and let them whittle us down? If we have sustain, we have heals, we have poke, we are able to run them back if they keep running into us. But let me at least explain what I was going to talk about today. So the differences that I'm seeing in these elos is that there is a little bit more coordination, obviously. But for the fact of the matchups, not more than the camaraderie and teamwork that is between players, people know how to play their characters and know how to maximize their efforts in higher elo. Maximize their utility, maximize their kits, maximize their damage, maximize their health pools even. Ezreal seems to be tilted. He went mid for some reason. Like how you guys see me utilizing my Q pokes and my silence and my heals, weaving in properly. I'm gonna go and heal Graves. And that's how you can see as well, like, people generally, Soraka players are generally afraid of Leona because Leona can just all in and stop your heals. But at level 2, if you have equal damage and equal heals, and equal health, I should say, not heals, and equal health, why shouldn't you be trading, you know? If you are at your tower and you're getting dove on, why shouldn't you trade? Like, there's no reason for the enemy to be punishing you when you're at your safety net. No! Oh, I was gonna flash and heal, but he died just 1 second too soon. Alright, we were able to take advantage of him, though, because he uses Shadow on me. I just wanted a cannon if Graves is gonna push it. I'm gonna go back and get my Shurelias. We completed our ward quest. We can drop a ward for safety. But, see, even stuff like that, like, if Pantheon's dead, why not go and punish? And Zed made a big mistake by using his Shadow to deal damage. Like, I'm not too hurt. Like, he had his items, but his components, but he wasn't gonna, like, all in me because he already all in Pantheon, right? So why not go up and poke? Grace had the right idea there. I do have my ultimate and I have Shurelias, so... Actually, since Leona's up there, I just see her now. I'm just gonna start rotating. Because Sivir doesn't need my health. They did steal the Rift Herald, but they're not gonna be able to claim it without getting punished. You can punish Zed here if he uses his Shadow in. Leona should be dead. She flashed out. Now, I definitely did not need to come up here anymore because they already won the fight without me. Hi, Nasus. This is my path. I'll just drop this control ward here so he can mitigate his vision. I mean, we have a lot of health. We have my ultimate. I'm gonna just silence him. I can tank a little bit. And I got executed, so fast back for me. I shouldn't have healed, because then that minion actually did one auto attack for 23 damage. That's okay. I can get my Swifty Boots and 20 gold here, so I'm just going to wait and watch the map. I can actually see the Sivir. She had 1v3. I think she's just dead. Yeah, it wouldn't have been worth ulting there. As much as I would have wanted to, that wasn't a good ult because she was ignited. They have Infinity Edge and Static Shiv on Sivir already. They're going to get plates, which is fine. Let me give you some movement speed. But, so, there's some small plays that you can make as a Soraka, which is like moving with a team, weaving your abilities, and like being confident and moving up and around with your team to turn around games, right? And even the smallest moves, like as we saw earlier with killing the Ezreal and Leona at level 2 when Leona's still level 1, that's a big momentum swing for us. There's no reason that we should be letting a Leona who's going in on E without punishing her, at least for most of her health, if not all of it. Which we didn't get all of her health. We didn't get most of her health, we got all of it, because we had more damage, we had more poke, we had more slows. It was pretty much free. We need to ult that. I'll just ult so they can get movement speed. Every second counts when you play this game, and you don't want to let them feel confident. Yeah, see, he's just waiting for his ultimate. He's trying to poke me. And you're silent, so you can't use your dash. There you go. Confidence. That Echo might be level 8, but our Graves has more confidence. You want to playing with confidence is the biggest key when you're playing League of Legends. And all the confident characters and confident players, all the snowballs, can pretty much get shut down just by a matter of you being a little bit more confident in your character and the heals that you give yourself. You don't need to sit back and wait for yourself to hit level 6 to do the most healing possible. You can fight at level 1. You can poke at level 1. You can poke at level 2. And that's one of the biggest differences that happens with Soraka games, is that as a character, she ends up struggling early if you are not confident in your Q poke. When it comes to mid-game and early, like, when it comes to... No, it's not mid-game. When it comes to, like, moving around the map, let me get there first. Moving around the map, you have the capability of helping your team, especially if your team is low. Why not use your salvation movement speed to go and help an ally and drop a heal if you can? Because early game damage isn't that high. There is the capability of winning fights in a matter of 5 seconds, but that's if you are either misplaying or messing up a positioning, or if you're not respecting an engaged champion like Leona. But if you see that all their burst has been used, and you can turn around and be like, hey, no, I'm going to heal my ally here, and we're going to turn around and use our autos on you. Do it. Mid-game, like, if you can walk around the map and provide healing at an objective when your ADC can be alone for a few seconds, do that too. You don't need to be sitting in lane and doing nothing. You can roam like an engaged champion. You probably can't fight an engaged champion one-on-one as Soraka because your damage numbers are pretty low compared to their damage numbers. But you can reinforce an ally that is stuck, an ally that is caught in the midst of a fight. And see, it's just as simple as that. You don't even have to get the late game if you play it right. And sure, we can probably say that the enemy made a lot of missteps there, but was it a misstep that could have been turned around in their favor if we didn't step up and fight back? Sure. If you look at your character and say, hey, I have a lot of healing for myself at the very least, if not for my allies in the early game, level 1 and 2, then you're just going to be giving yourself up as a very powerful ally in an auto attack war. If you don't roam with your character and use salvation passive, it's 70% movement speed plus celerity if you pick that up. That's a lot of movement speed to catch up to an ally. And if you don't take those things into consideration, even if you build my builds, where I'm building Mana Flow and Transcendence on my Guardian page typically, you can poke people out. You can run around just as fast as the enemy, sometimes faster, depending on what your team's health is. And if your team is showing confidence, reinforce them, back them up. I even talk about this in my Discord today with an ally. Not an ally, a friend in the Discord, viewer, that you guys see in my stream. We get an S+ for our game because of how efficient we were with our kit. We were up 20% vision score. Let's take a look at these numbers. So our ally healing, we had 4,691. Healing done total of 6,405. Vision score 23 to the Leona's 9. And sometimes you want to get a 15-minute victory on Soraka. Why don't you deserve that, right? You can get a 15-minute victory if you just play the lane right, because people know that Soraka is hard to play against late game. Soraka is a hyper-scaling champion. Even though they don't hyperscale in damage, they hyperscale in healing and their utility. A level 16 Soraka ult is really hard to fight because your whole team is getting a 500 to 600 heal burst plus your heal and shield power items, which can lead it to like 590, 690, 700 even. And that can turn around to fight because that is a burst rotation that the enemy can have if they're not one-shotting your allies. And if they have armor and all that, like your healing is even more effective. So take into consideration that you have the capability of winning at 15 minutes if you play it right. Your level 1 and level 2 is strong. Don't miss out on those opportunities. And I honestly am starting to see that the Nimbus Cloak and Celerity build is probably going to be a more popular build for Soraka because her Q gives her movement speed. If you're not going to be maxing it out still, if you're going to be playing for more heals in lane because you're dealing with burst champions, then fine. Maximize your heal. But don't look at your own movement speed and look at it as nothing. It's not just for escaping. You can use it to kite and reposition and go in, do more damage, get more poke out, get more Qs, get more Es, get more heals. Reinforce your team in the river. If how we just reinforced Graves and got 3 kills with Pantheon. Do what you can. You are a Soraka player, not just an enchanter, not just any old e-girl support. You are a Soraka player that is able to do work. So keep that up. If you like the video, feel free to throw a like. Comment if you have any conversations that you want to bring up to me, any questions, concerns. Join the Discord in the comment section in the description below. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Soraka gameplay from me, and join the stream at twitch.tv/Nazan_. And we'll see you for the next stream and video. Adios.